Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Quick video today about Record Store Day. Is it just a rabbit hole to fall in and waste money? Or is it really a cool thing for artists to get some music out? Opinions vary, and my opinion varies as well. I'm here to show you some stuff from Record Store Day past. This is the Jerry Garcia box set, Volume 2. Came out last year. I've never opened it because I've got it on CD. That was a gift from Elliot Cruz. So if I want to hear it, I just listen to it on CD. And my wife bought me this for Christmas. She got it at Record Store Day for me. Great set list, great music. This will be opened one day when the time is right. Trying to find my list. This is the Rolling Stones, of course. Rolling Stones, big hits, High Tides and Green Grass. This is one that was more of a spontaneous buy. I had the album. I did not need the Record Store Day version of it, and I bought it anyway. I really wish I wouldn't have. I've only listened to it once. One of the main reasons I wish I wouldn't have bought it is because that particular Record Store Day I had a Albert King album, Born Under a Bad Sign, the mono version, Record Store Day version, in my hand, and I put that one back, which was stupid. She's a Rainbow, Record Store Day release, 10-inch. Another Record Store Day from the Stones, 10-inch. And now that Albert King album, it sells for a lot of money. And I could have easily had it. This was a trade I made with Mike Z. It's a Record Store Day Grateful Dead. Only one song on the entire album. And the song is Playing in the Band. And it takes up both sides of the album of the record, so it's more of a novelty thing, but it's kind of cool. And no, it's not two different versions of that song. They actually played the song for almost an hour, and they broke it up, and it fit on both sides. Another Grateful Dead, Record Store Day. Did not buy this on Record Store Day, and I'm glad I didn't. I found it about 6 months later, and I bought it brand new, unopened, $5 cheaper than it sold on Record Store Day. So sometimes, guys, if you hold out, you're going to find out you could get stuff you want later on down the road without paying a fortune. And this is my record store. Here's my record rack. If you've never seen it behind me, this is part of my records. Anyway, I keep them in their own section. I got that tip from Bobby Z. Robert Z commented that a few years ago, and I thought that was a really cool idea. But this is Record Store Day past. Record Store Day album, a gift from a friend of mine. I was really bummed out on Record Store Day because that's one of the main ones I wanted. He got it. He lives in New Jersey. Don't know him personally. I guess I do. But we've never met in person, and he sent this to me. So, Bob Dylan, Blood on the Track, Record Store Day release. This is a really, really solid pressing of that album. I'm glad I got that one. David Pike. Jazz for the, let's see what it says. It's covered up. Jazz for the Jet Set. I should have known that, right? But there were very few copies of this made. I think just 2,000. I'm sure I would be corrected if I'm wrong. That is one I am really, really, really glad I got. Lou Reed. Great Lou Reed live album. Record Store Day release. I found that a year later at Wild Honey Records. You've heard me mention Wild Honey a lot. He had that in his store. It was never sold. So I got it for the same price it would have been sold on Record Store Day. No hyping the price up. No jacking the price up. Jeff Tweedy, This is Warmer. This is a follow-up to his album Warm, and that's a fantastic album. I love it. But what pissed me off is they didn't announce that they're going to release this album anyway. So about a month after Record Store Day, this was released as an album itself. Okay, big deal. I got the Record Store Day version. I could have waited had I known and just picked it up when it was re-released or released. But oh well. That's another album I bought the same time I had to put the Albert King back. So that kind of pisses me off. This is Buffy Sainte-Marie. Fantastic folk music. Found that after the fact at McKay Records. So yeah, sometimes if you wait, you get lucky and run into them. Poppies. This is definitely one I'm glad I got, man. In fact, this is where I found out about Buffy Sainte-Marie. This is a bunch of psych music. This is Record Store Day. And this one went crazy. Red vinyl. I really don't care what color the vinyl is. I want it to sound good. If it's colored vinyl, it's colored vinyl. No big deal. I'm not going to pay extra for it. But Poppies is a great album. And it went through the roof after it sold out on Record Store Day. Collector So, I bought this after the fact. And I kind of paid a lot of money for it. At the time, it was one of the most expensive albums I bought. I think I paid $50 for it, which is crazy, but I have a soft spot for Collective Soul. I was in radio when their CD came out. I remember playing the hell out of it, and I just had to have it. Alice Cooper, Record Store Day Live. Got a lot of Cooper. Well, not a lot. I've got 3 Cooper from Record Store Day. This was from a couple years ago. My cousin actually went to Record Store Day and bought this, and he gave it to me for Christmas. Another Alice Cooper. Sound on this one, I've heard mixed reviews. The sound's not bad, but Alice was really, in 1982, he needed a break, and you could tell it. You could hear it in his voice. Alice Cooper was struggling. I do like a couple versions of like Clones. I love the way they did that. No More Mr. Nice Guy. But they try to do it in the 80s fashion, that newer sound. So a lot of people did not like it. David Bowie. 1966. Little EP from David Bowie. And this may be my favorite Record Store Day album ever. And it's Stax Does the Beatles. And it's absolutely wonderful. This is one I am so glad that I picked up. Just wonderful album. Stax record label. Their artists doing the Beatles. Anyway, I know what I want this year. Unfortunately, most of the stuff that I want is going to be on the July drop. And here's what I'm looking for June 12th. Lee Perry. There's only 1,600 copies of the album being released. Albert Collins, I would love that. Only 1,500 copies. The Stones, Rolling Stones 10-inch, I'll probably buy that one because I've got a couple other ones. Thelonious Monk, got to get that one. The Black Sabbath, I'm not interested in picture discs, so I'm going to skip the whole Black Sabbath thing. The Grateful Dead box set, as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 other box sets by the Dead. So, unless I can't find anything else, I will probably pass on the Grateful Dead. That would be cool to have, don't get me wrong. Show you some of my albums as I'm talking to you. Steve Earle with his son, Justin Townes, 7-inch. I'll probably grab that one. Elton John looks interesting. I'm not a huge fan of his later stuff, but I would be interested in hearing that early album that's being released. Don't care about the Def Leppard. No offense to anyone that does. Like I said, my main thing I really want is the Albert Collins, the Lee Perry, and there's a jazz album, and it just slipped my mind what it is, but it's an audiophile jazz album. I guess I should have wrote it down. Anyway, turntable is still down, guys. If you've been following my videos, record player is still down. I went ahead and I ordered another record player, ordered another turntable, a Yamaha, because I don't know when this guy's going to get finished with mine, and I'm going crazy. So I just have 2 turntables and use one as a backup. And that's where she would have sat. Have it stacked full of CDs right now. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Give you a little room tour. So it's moved my lunchbox. My Hendrix lunchbox. Someone moved it. Why is that? Were they looking for money? I've been known to stash a 20 in a lunchbox once in a while and forget about it. My Grateful Dead license plate. Yeah, it's a repop. It's not a real license plate, but it's cool. I used to collect license plates, and that's one from Florida, 1961. My atomic clock I got out of a old barbershop that closed. Those Funko Pops belong to my granddaughter. She likes to keep hers with mine. Ozzy watching over us. Some more signs there out of a barbershop. That is a working clock. I just have to set it. This was some VCOT from Eric Weinbender. There's another Volkswagen I've got in my collection. I've got a few more about Beatles 45 box set. And I keep my Rolling Stones and my Grateful Dead in their own bins. I got a thing for trains, what can I say? And here's some more of my Funko Pops. Got my Jerry Garcia, Johnny Cash, Angus Young, Willie Nelson, the Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper. I bought that Kiss one, not being a real big Kiss fan, but it was $5. And I figured, hey man, what the heck, $5? What else we got in there? Even got Sting. So, a little more down there. I got Michonne, my favorite character off of The Walking Dead. Love Michonne. What a badass that woman was, huh? If you're ever in a apocalypse, you'd want her with you. Guys, thank you for tuning in. This turned into a room tour. And yeah, I share my man cave with the laundry room and my granddaughter's dollhouse. So, when you have a lot of people living in one home, you just got to do it that way, man. You just got to share communal living. It's worth it, though, huh? Anyway, that's my album collection. This was my Record Store Day video, pre-Record Store Day video. Cheers to you guys. Peace.